Yeah. What's up, cute? Just texting the editing squad right now. Sorry, cute. 1 second. Yeah, cute. I had to go up to Sacramento. Some family issues. Nothing too bad. All good. And yeah, trained some jujitsu. Watched some football. It's about it. I got an announcement to make too. Let me get the whole live chat in here. It's mostly just me and you, cute. Show you a nipple. Got some low nipples. I'm a low nipple ass motherfucker. What's up, Karen? It's going okay. So, cute and Karen, I'm going to confide this in you guys. 1 second. Let me see. What time are you thinking? That'll be 3:30. I'll call. Okay. What's up, Andreas, Totem, Angelique? What's up, everybody? So, nice nip slip. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. So, guys, I update on the car saga. The Sable is out of commission. It's at a Ford dealership. I still have to pick it up. I still have to pay them and then go pick it up. I have to pay them $400 for diagnosing it. And then I haven't got it yet, though, because I got a new car. I got a Tesla, a Model Y, and it's pretty fucking badass. And I feel guilty. I feel guilty that I have a nice car now. It's weird. And Teslas, there is such a huge tax incentive right now. It's $7,500 off immediately at the dealership to get one new. And then also the financing is super, super low. It's like 2% to finance it. So I got one, but because I got a new car, I feel like like yesterday I got it and I was ecstatic. Like I was driving around with the full self-driving on and I felt so badass. This thing was just navigating. The full self-driving is out of control. Completely handled 4 p.m. LA insanity from the San Fernando Valley to my house, which is about 45 minutes, an hour. And it's got all the wacko drunk guys. The LA route, rather, has all the guys who just polished off a 12-pack at their construction job and are driving home drunk. And then it's got the insanity of like the billion lane freeways. But there's also just random shit, like a guy who decided to deliver his Uber Eats while just putting his car in a lane of traffic and leaving the hazards on. That kind of shit goes on. Took care of all of it, the FSD. I was on top of the world. But today, I've been feeling like it feels so strange to me to have something nice. And I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Even though, I mean, a Tesla, there are all sorts of reasons getting a Tesla is actually a fairly responsible decision. You save a bunch of money on gas. They're really safe. They last a really fucking long time. And then eventually we'll probably be able to rent them out as robo-taxis and make revenue as the car drives itself around and drops people off. But yeah, I'm part of me is self-flagellating and feels like I should be driving at most like a $10,000 car or a $15,000 car if I was feeling really heavy in the pockets. And I don't know. Fucking we got the Tesla now. I'll do a vlog for you guys. I'll do a Tesla show around vlog. I mean, it's pretty fucking sweet. I got it outfitted with full mats, and I get seat covers so that Leo's schmegma doesn't get on the fucking shotgun position. I don't want that anywhere inside my vehicle, touching anything where I can't just wipe it off with a baby wipe. So, there we go. Got the Tesla Model Y. It's pretty sweet. Danny, please leave Fez in Mexico for your next video and see if he can commando it over the border. Not a chance! You're big time. You need a nice car. Thank you so much, Matt. That's sweet of you, dude. Think Harder steals his parents' Model Y. I stole my parents' Sable. So that's like the most financially responsible thing you can do is steal your parents' car. So I'm not doing that right now, and I feel I don't know. It's all good. I got the Tesla. It's a done deal. Q Castell, I haven't charged it yet. You know, there's a remarkably no instruction really that goes on before you leave the lot. They didn't tell me anything about it. They just assumed I knew how to work it, and I don't know hardly anything. It's all been trial and error. No idea how to charge it. Haven't had to come to that bridge yet because it's still at 70%. So we'll see how that goes. I might get electrocuted. I'm always afraid when I jump a battery, which I no longer have to do, I guess. I'm always afraid I'm going to get electrocuted jumping a battery. Now I'm scared I'm going to get electrocuted at the supercharger. You will finally pull up on dates with full confidence. Gonzalo, that's true. That's definitely true. I'm glad also... I got to be careful. If I sense it's a video where people are going to be throwing up, like the old days Inland Iggy, or even more recently Rat Dick Ralph videos, I got to rent a car before that shoot. Because if Inland Iggy or Austin and Dino Schlosser vomit in the back seat, I'm not going to be pulling up to that date full of confidence. How do you think the donkey punch feels? Asks the groping hand. The good news about the donkey punch is you don't know it's coming. And pain is a lot more easy to tolerate if it just comes out of fucking nowhere. So in that way, the groping hand, the donkey punch is actually an act of love. I see the donkey punch as an act of love. Shizzy, a couple months ago, I asked you about advice from my friend Cooper, who fucked a girl we found out had herpes, and you told him on the live, if he doesn't have signs yet, he's good to go. Well, Shizzy says he got his results back, and he came back completely clean! And he's celebrating, he is, Cooper, by going out on the town and laying pipe. Well, that's awesome to hear. There's this notorious hooker fucker I know, and he's in one of my extended groups of friends. And I guess his dad or grandpa, probably his dad, was in Vietnam. And his theory was that you can raw dog any girl you want, because this guy would just raw dog Saigon hookers all the live long day. Afterwards, if you piss and wash your dick, according to this guy, you won't get an STD. And so far, I've had success with that theory. And I think Cooper probably, hopefully, did something similar. But yeah, herpes, unless she's got a full-on breakout, I mean, I would still be very paranoid after I found that out. But honestly, I mean, how many of you had cold sores? I had cold sores when I was a little kid, which means technically I carry oral herpes. I haven't had a cold sore in maybe 4 or 5 years. And nobody who I've kissed has been like, yo, there was fucking, I have a face herpes breakout now, you fucking pig. So, I mean, I think maybe the genital one is nastier. I don't know, but yeah, I think you're good. Also, I got tested in college. I had HSV1, no HSV2, which is the scary one. If you got HSV1, it's all fun in the sun. If you got HSV2, shame on you. That's how you remember. Danny, you got a home charger? Zacadelic, no, I don't. I got a supercharger, this bitch. Also, you save on repairs, says Joey M. Yeah, that's good, because I've dropped like probably 10K into the Sable since I've had it in the last couple of years. Danny, have you ever watched Nick Fuentes? Yeah. I Yeah, I watched a Louis Theroux documentary on him, and yeah, he's I don't know. It's a little weird. He's got a cult going on, which I guess I admire anybody who's got a cult, but it's kind of weird. Like, if you have sex, you're gay, is one of his famous quotes. And then all of his followers parrot that back. They are clones of him. So it's a little weird. It's a little culty. I'm not really prepared to break down his philosophy. I think when he went on Alex Jones with Kanye West, that was fucking hilarious. But yeah, I would say he has some like don't mix the races philosophy that I don't really share. LA has gotten to your head, Danny. Cashing out on a Tesla, not on brand. Nah, JK, good for you, says Put It On Productions. Yeah, dude, LA has gotten to my head. Fuck. Well, the weird thing is, I don't know how LA feels about Teslas anymore, because it used to be you were a smug tech dude, like thinking you were saving the environment if you drove a Tesla. But now people actually think Tesla is a sign of being alt-right adjacent, because clearly you endorse Elon Musk. My improv teacher recently said that he liked the look of the Cybertruck, and this fucking dude raised his hand and said, don't you think that by saying you like the Cybertruck, you're implicitly endorsing Elon Musk, who's a horrible transphobe? And I've never gotten closer to hitting somebody in the fucking jaw. At least not in the last 10 years. That was as close as I got. So I don't know if Teslas are LA anymore, but I will say the tech is fucking out of control. There's no way any car can compete. Any legacy car company just does not have... The full self-driving is fucking crazy. It drives you, and nobody talks about that. None of the media talks about it. I saw an article saying that Volkswagen or Mercedes-Benz was further ahead in autonomy. Fucking bullshit. These cars are... I don't have to do anything. It just takes care of itself. It's a little bit of a pussy when it comes to turning left at an unprotected intersection where there's no arrow and you just got to get out there and fucking balls it. It pusses out a little bit. But I got it in chill mode. Maybe I got to set it up to assertive. I got to go and scroll the little wheel. I slept like shit last night. Hey, Danny. Did some editing today. I'm glad Cooper doesn't have herpes. I think we're all fucking psyched. Oh. Yeah, boy. Hey, Danny. I was wondering what's the best place to go on vacation with my brother to most likely get fucked up the whole time and also love you, brother. What's up, yeah, boy? Skinny weenus. I can relate. Love you too, brother. Okay. Yeah, boy. I'm trying to think. I guess it depends on the time of year. If you are like under 30 and fucking maybe I'll say under 35. I might go next year. And it's spring, I think Cabo, or probably Cancun's the same thing. Cabo or Cancun are the best places to go get fucked up. They are the easiest. I've been all over the country, all over the world. I've gotten hammered and chased ass in every stinking cotton-picking bar this place has to offer. And I will say the easiest place to get laid, hands down, is Cabo San Lucas during spring break. So that's number one. But if you're hankering to go out and get fucked up this fall, it is hard to beat Vegas. It's hard to beat Vegas. However, in fall, the problem with Vegas is they might have the pools closed down now. The easiest place to get laid in Las Vegas is a pool party, the daytime thing. The hardest place to get laid in Vegas is a nightclub. And unfortunately, that's where most guys go to chase ass when they're in Vegas, is a nightclub. It's not good. Nobody can hear you talk. Girls can't really feel your vibe. You're just a scary silhouette in the club. All the hot girls immediately get sucked up into booths and are no longer accessible to you, the peon. So that makes it tough. Everything's kind of against you once you go to a nightclub. Now, that being said, again, pool parties, or even if there are no pool parties, just walking the strip during the day, drinking, you're going to meet a ton of girls just walking around with those big fucking giant margarita glasses. Meet them then, meet them in the day, get their information, get like 10 or 15 numbers, text them all at 4 or 5 p.m. after you've been day drinking. See how many text back, and then of those, see how many are down to actually meet up that night. And then that's where you do your real work. Going out and just trying to get laid that night cold is very possible, but it's lower percentage than if you can plant a seed earlier that day. There's a thing that pickup artists always talked about, time distortion, where if you meet a girl and you take her to various locations, it feels like she knows you more and has spent more time with you. So if you met her on the strip, you talk to her for 5 minutes there, then you text a little bit in the afternoon, then you get more drinks at the center bar at 10 p.m., maybe go to a club. It like 4X's how long she thinks she's known you. She's like, yeah, I sucked his dick, so what? I mean, we were hanging out like all weekend pretty much, you know? So Vegas is good. In Vegas, other than just getting ass, Vegas just has a grand feel to it. I mean, it's hard to be sad when it's 6 p.m. and the sun is setting and you got your favorite jams on the Bluetooth speaker and you're opening up a bottle of Wild Turkey with you and your squad. Like, it's hard to be bummed out in Vegas. I do think, however, underrated option to go get fucked up and chase ass for all you guys, San Francisco. Get a hotel in the marina of San Francisco and just bar it up, which is pretty much the story of my age 25 and age 26. San Francisco is maybe the easiest city to get laid in that's not like a designated party spot. Can I have your Sable? Cute. I think they're going to give me $200 at Ford. So assuming you can beat that offer and assuming you can prove you don't like commit an act of terror with it that gets tied back to me because I'm on probation. Like if you load it with plastic explosives and then put a brick on the accelerator while it's aimed at a government building, they might come knocking. And that'll distract me when I'm right here at my desk trying to get work done. So I don't want that. It gets chicks so easy. Extendo W. Yeah, having a nice car is a legitimate asset for getting pussy. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I look baked. Is this pre-recorded? No, I'm tired, dude. I woke up at 4 and I could not go back to sleep last night. So I've been productive, though. I got up, I didn't read, excuse me. I cleaned my apartment, listened to an audiobook on ancient Greece that I'm trying to make a video out of, recorded the VO for the intro for the video, went and worked out, listened to some comedy in the Tesla, which is nice while it full self-drives, checked in for probation, got back here, edited a little bit, jerked off 3 times. Yeah, it's true. Whenever I'm sleep deprived, I beat off a lot. And now here I am. That's why I was late to the live. I was jerking off. Yeah, sorry. That's fucking holy shit. Yeah, I jerked off a lot today. What was I saying, though? What were we talking about? Having a nice car is a legitimate asset for getting pussy. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it is. A girl walked by the car yesterday who was just like a skinny blonde LA girl with giant tits. Not fake tits, not a bimbo. She was probably like 22 and just got back from the gym. And I'm so used to just being in the Sable, which is shame on 4 wheels. And then I was in the Tesla, and I was like, you can talk to people now in this Tesla, and they're not going to look at you like you're a homeless guy offering to, I don't know, shoot them up with fentanyl. But I didn't talk to her, so, you know. You're now allowed on all Tesla properties, says Patrick, including the one in the middle of Nevada's desert. My boy works there. Well, what happens on that property, said Patrick? You look baked. Yeah, I already answered this one. I will fill your new Tesla with shark chum. Duncan, what the fuck, dude? It's got white seats. You better not fill it with shark chum. Shark chum is just fish guts for people who don't know. It's what they throw off the back of shark fishing vessels to attract sharks. Zacadelic saw Falling in Reverse this weekend and couldn't stop thinking about Rah Rah. I forget if I've said that publicly or not, but yeah. I'm not going to elaborate on that because I forgot if I spoke about this in public yet. I get cold sores on my face whenever my face gets really sunburnt. Think harder, careful, buddy. Get some mineral sunblock. I just ordered some more. You gotta protect the sun. You gotta protect your face from the sun. People theorize now that sunblock is a carcinogen. That's why I get the natural stuff. It's why it looks like I'm I don't know, King Croc in the whiteface video. A lot of times when I'm out shooting, my face just looks painted. But, no herpes blisters from the sun exposure. Put it on productions. Have you ever had post-sex anxiety about pre-cum? How many times have you made the decision to buy a girl Plan B? Oh, fuck. How many times have I made the decision to get a girl Plan B? That is... 1 second. I'm trying to find my spot again. Fucking probably between 15 and 30 times. It's not really coming to me right now. Pre-cum, though? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's anything other than a fairly regular hookup or a girlfriend, I pretty much wear a condom just because of the anxiety caused by things like pre-cum. So I've bought a lot of Plan B to deal with that because I would rather spend $50 and an awkward conversation versus have a child that the two of us must raise until we depart this earth. So let me try to find my spot again. Yeah, I remember trying to find my spot. Freaking shit. Yeah, put it on productions. This just came to mind recently, or right now. When I was a freshman at UCLA, or I guess technically I was like a fourth year in college at that point, but it was my first year at UCLA. I had sex with this girl in the basement of the fraternity house, and I had a condom on. And all of a sudden, I just felt this powerful urge to orgasm, and I was like, "Oh, fucking, this is amazing! I'm shit-faced drunk right now, and I couldn't feel anything 5 minutes ago, but now it feels like I'm making love to an angel on a cloud." And I ejaculated, and it was so pleasurable, I made a fucked up seal noise, like, pulled out, and the condom was in tatters around the base of my penis. Okay, I just filled this girl up. And she was not carefully selected, mind you. This was just a run-of-the-mill basement beast that, happened to sometimes make their way into the frat house. So that turned into a minor crisis. We had to wait around until the pharmacy opened at 6 a.m. We had to sleep huddled together on a freezing cold, probably cum and vomit covered couch in the fraternity basement. And yeah, those couches, they'd had them for like 15 years, and just nothing but sex and binge drinking happened on those couches, and we had to sleep on them. At least I added some semen to the couch to make my mark. It's still there, I bet. We walk awkwardly in the cold gray dawn to the CVS in Westwood, buy a Plan B, then go back up to her fucking room while her roommate, who's already been filled in over text message, just watches judgmentally as this chick slams the Plan B. I went home, passed the fuck out, and good choice. Good choice, even for all its awkwardness and cum sleeping. I'm going to get the iPhone 16 Pro today. Hell yeah, dude. Well, Nick Matos, I can't tell anybody to refrain from buying new stuff because, look at me, fucking Mr. Tesla boy. Yeah, I have cold sores right now, blaming the Florida heat. Joey, you should go eat out a prostitute just to share your burden. This is such a safe space. Think harder, it is, dude. It fucking is a safe space. Thank you for sharing your burden about the cold sores. Do you think Leo has ever let Brando eat peanut butter off his hairy asshole, or out of his hairy asshole? Out of is a better way to put it. That makes it sound dirtier, Nick McDuffie. I really hope not, Nick. But I would say there's a 10% chance. I would say there's a 10% chance that when Leo got home from a bar, a rare strikeout happens to the best of us. there is a possibility that he like sexually abused Brando in some way. I wonder what the most abusive sexual thing he's done to Brando was. Like, obviously, he's jerked off while Brando was next to him on the couch. I wonder if he put an arm around Brando while he was jerking off, or had Brando on his shoulder while he was jerking off. Like a parrot. I hope he didn't hit the fucking peanut butter trick, though. Would that work? I feel like sardine juice would be better for a cat. Sardine juice would be a better enticement, if that's a word. Cole, Danny, my new girlfriend, what's up, Cole Johnson? I'm good to see you, is hot as fuck. She used to have your Patreon in the COVID era. As soon as I found out she was a fan, I knew she was the one, dude. That's a fucking match made in heaven. You guys are the first couple. Holy shit, that's awesome, Cole. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. I had a couple once where the chick was saying they were married and the chick was saying she wanted to fuck and it was completely serious and that like she had gotten the husband's consent and I didn't do that. That made me uncomfortable. That's a recipe to be like, oh, really? I can fucking get out of jail free? I get to fuck you? And then the guy's like, yeah, go ahead, fuck her, daddy. And then he pulls a Rat Dick Ralph in the corner. That's a reference to the wide neck situation where Rat Dick just started going crazier and crazier. He starts doing that, and then he pulls a gun out of his fucking the back of his pants and shoots you in the head. Duncan, quit fucking with my Tesla, dude. Ostrich eggs? If those are left out in the sun, they're going to smell like shit. Have you felt a cat's tongue? I'm sure Leo loves that on his asshole. Yeah, man. Again, there's a 10% possibility. Gonzalo says that he raw dogged a chick, and later she turned out to be 3 months pregnant. Does that make it a threesome, in your humble opinion? You know, Gonzalo, there really is a fine line. So abortion, you can suck the fucking thing out. You can do whatever you want to it. You can fucking kill it. And you can fuck a chick while the baby is inside. You can do anything when it's outside. When it's inside. You can kill it and you can fuck it. But the second it pops its head through the birth canal, if you fuck it or kill it, then you got a problem. And just the difference is its positioning in the pussy. I feel like I'm so sleep deprived, I'm like seeing tracers, and I feel like I'm going to keel over any second. But is there a bit there? Is there something interesting there? That you can fuck and kill it when it's inside, but you'll be the worst person ever, and you'll do life in prison and then get the shit beaten out of you in prison if you fucking kill it when it's on the outside. Very strange. I mean, what are we talking about? We're like the baby. I mean, it's got what, like a half inch of skin separating your cock from it, maybe? At what point, like, if you're... I can't find the comedic angle here, but I'll transition to this. When I was in high school, I loved to make up fake sex moves that you would find on urbandictionary.com. One I came up with was the Bulgarian birthday bash, which is when a woman gives birth, you just, without even cutting the umbilical cord, you fuck the baby. You take the baby out, spin it around, put its head up her twat, and then fuck the baby. That was the Bulgarian birthday bash I made up. And then Blake Lively, Leo has drawn a lot of attention to this. She gave a speech talking about how umbilical cord porn is a phenomenon and a horrific injustice in the world that actually goes on in underdeveloped countries. So the Bulgarian birthday bash, and it probably is happening in fucking Bulgaria. It's probably, I was spot on. It sounded good and alliterative, but I might have nailed it. Like, I might have known much more than I gave my sophomore and high school brain credit for. Bulgaria. Imagine, guys, let's all take a second to be grateful that we're not born in Bulgaria. Is Bulgaria awesome? I don't really know. There might just be the hottest chicks in the world and just beaches everywhere. North Macedonia. You guys want to see something right now? We're going to come back to Bulgaria, but you guys got to see who I am. I found my fucking doppelganger today, and I'm going to go through the arduous process of screen sharing here. Let's get Safari up. Don't be a cunt. Don't be... Yep, we got it. Okay. Is that my doppelganger or what? Am I fucking Alexander the Great? Am I the grandson of Alexander the Great? I think I am. And there's more. There are more that look just like me. Am I fucking Alexander the Great? Is that me? Is that me in 2019 with longer hair? Am I related to this man? Look at this. Dude, that's fucking me. That is, I'm just going to leave that there until you guys concur that that is me. What's up, guys? I'm Alexander the Great. Hey, Cammy. Hey, Joey. She's got a clit piercing. I'll put my Alexander the Great penis in her, and then I'll impale her with my broadsword. Yeah. This is the guy who's prepared to impale. That guy looks too like Eastern European. I don't like that rendition. This one I fucking like, though. That's me. All right, nobody's with me on this? Dude, I am Alexander the Great. And look at this. This is a guy they pulled up. I don't know if this is an AI reconstruction, but that guy kind of looks like my retarded European cousin. That's right, think harder. Alexander the Great looks like me. Dude, I am Alexander, motherfuckers. Okay, I'm bringing me back. I'm bringing me back. New video idea, picking up chicks in a Tesla. Well, I can go hands-free in it, Gonzalo, so that's an option. Okay, guys. One second, guys. I'm going to take a wee-wee. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to eat an apple, too. I don't want to drink any coffee at this time of the day because I don't want to prolong my insomnia. I don't want to roll it over to another night. Okay. 1 second, guys. A lot of good questions here. Nick Fuentes. I want to talk more about Nick Fuentes. Go for it, Nick. Okay. I'm taking a wee-wee. Okay. So Elon Musk, I'm an Elon Musk fanboy through and through. Put It On Productions. I know you are an avid jiu-jitsu practitioner, but do you ever do bag work? And how much time have you put in hitting and kicking the bag in your younger days? I remember an impressive controlled teep kick in an early video a couple years ago. Yeah, that was the picking girls up with his Me Too accusations video in Palm Springs. A drunk guy came at me. I tried desperately to get away, and I had to just straight kick him. I have not hit a bag in a very long time, put it on productions. But when I first started martial arts in 2007, for about 2 years, I would take kickboxing classes, do a little kickboxing sparring, and I had a pretty good roundhouse kick, and I had a pretty good straight push kick, or a teep as you called it. And I'm a little bit now. I feel like there was a period in like around 2015 where every other UFC card, somebody would splinter their shin bone throwing a roundhouse kick. So I do have some anxiety about throwing it now because, I mean, look at my feet. I can't pull them up this high. I'm going to pull a hamstring, but I have legs about as thick as a flamingo's. And if I just wind up and kick hard and the guy has any idea how to check, or even if it just his knee bone gets in the way and I kick it, my leg is going to break. So I'm not really interested in throwing roundhouse kicks anymore. Though, in college, at a couple street fights, I was throwing roundhouses. The teep kick I remember I used it, put it on productions, the teep kick in college. I walked by the SAE house, and these dudes were up on the balcony just shit-faced, just calling us homos, which I kind of respect it because we did very similar things from our balcony. You're just wasted. You're 20 years old. Your parents pay for everything. You got good grades in high school. The world is in the palm of your hand. You live in Westwood, which is between Beverly Hills and Bel Air. Just life is good when you're at UCLA and you feel no pain. And these guys were feeling no pain. And they wanted to call me a faggot. I'll say it. They wanted to call me a faggot, and they did. So me and my buddies Umber and Joey called for them to come down. They, because they had conquered academia and they got into a cool fraternity, well, they thought they could handle themselves in hand-to-hand combat as well. And they come barreling down the SAE staircase, come out to the sidewalk. So let's go. Come on, faggot, you want some? A young Asian kid who was probably a computer science major, probably had a 4.2 GPA in high school, but he'd been douchified by the SAE frat. He rushes me, and the first thing I do is just teep kick as he comes in, which is just a straight push kick. Bam! Right into his midsection, knocks the wind out of him. But really, it's the same idea as a chip block in football. A guy's rushing in to tackle your quarterback. You're the running back, and you need to protect your quarterback. It doesn't take a full-on block. Sometimes just checking them with your shoulder can knock them off course. It's like how we deflect asteroids. You just shoot them in the corner with a fucking laser and they fly off into the Milky Way galaxy and missing Earth. It doesn't take much force to redirect somebody. A kick to the stomach stops them coming forward, makes them reassess what the fuck's going on because maybe the wind gets knocked out of them, and it gives you a chance to go on the offensive, which is what I did. He came at me, probably looking to swing, kicked him in the stomach. He has to go back, and then I rush forward, grab him on the shoulders, Osoto Gari judo toss, which is just a foot sweep. He goes down, and then he basically realized he was climbing the wrong gymnasium ladder rope. And it was a wiser move for him to go back into SAE and try to fuck what I'm sure was a collection of very attractive girls. I mean, SAE was a top house. I'm sure he had his pick. Well, maybe not him in particular having his pick, but, SAE just meant he was going to outperform his actual bracket. So I hope he got pussy that night. I remember I saw him in Cabo San Lucas after that, like a couple weeks after that, because we were both on spring break, and we both made eye contact, and his eyes just dropped to the floor immediately. I should have said, "What's up, dude?" I shouldn't have. I didn't say anything to him, but I should have gone over and been like, "Hey, dude, just some good-natured brawling. Nobody got hurt, right?" These are the kinds of nights we'll remember forever. Never watched The Gypsy Crusader, Nick Matos. Whoo. Karen, hey, Danny, would you go to Santa Ana again? And what do you think about the city? Well, Karen, I like the city. I actually think that bus video was really, really good. I was psyched on it. I know my own measurement for videos usually has very little to do with how you guys like evaluate a video. I'm not saying you have, you peasants have awful taste. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that sometimes I hate a video. No, I usually don't hate a video, but sometimes I think a video is whatever and people love it. And sometimes I love a video and people are like, oh, it's all right, it's cool, that's cool. So I did like the Santa Ana video a lot, and I think it really heated up when we got to Santa Ana with Joe Blow Me and some of the stuff we did in the downtown area, like the salsa HPV bit, Leo getting into his underwear and dancing for the gay guys. There's a lot of great shit in that video. So I have a positive opinion of Santa Ana based on that. No hate towards Santa Ana at all. Tesla is on top hugely, and for us shareholders, $256, I believe, was its last price. Let's see, Tesla stock. Come on, Elon, don't get assassinated. We need that stock price to say 257. Ooh, 257, motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. Jinx is smoking some blackberry Oreos, if I say that right. What about Laughlin? I've got a high opinion of Laughlin too, because we filmed the classic on the channel there. A lot of people who don't really watch the channel get sucked into the algorithm because of the Laughlin video. Like a lot of 30 and 40 something married couples mention they saw the Laughlin video. Not many, like two that I've met in public have said they saw the Laughlin video. How do you feel about all these garbage influencers endorsing Kamala for president? You know, Nick, I haven't seen, to me, I mean, everybody in my orbit, in my algorithm, are all Trumpers. So I haven't seen too many of the influencers, but I mean, Kamala is just, I mean, it's crazy if you think Kamala is like for the little guy, or Kamala is this grassroots movement that's trying to fight for democracy. I mean, Kamala is just so the establishment. Kamala is the fucking establishment. Like, if you vote for Kamala, you're voting for the war machine, you're voting for big business, you're voting for pesticides in foods, you're voting for obese children. Like, it is the fucking machine. And she is just a fucking, she's not even like driving the machine. She's just a fucking, a bitch with a clipboard that's walking out in front of it. But, yeah, I mean, that's nuts. I think Trump is fucking hilarious. I definitely think he leaves some things to be desired as far as being a candidate. Like, he's getting older now. He's getting a lot older. I don't know how, I mean, I love Trump. He's forever a legend, and he's fucking hilarious. I don't know how, I mean, you watch old interviews of him, and he seems a lot sharper than he is now. Like, I'm not sure, I'll say this, I don't feel like Trump gets up and reads these days and works on bettering himself. I'm not sure how actually informed he is about the goings-on of today. I feel like J.D. Vance would be a better president than Donald Trump. But hey, you know, J.D. Vance is the vice president, the vice presidential candidate. So, you know, we'll have some sensibility in there. But, yeah, I'm not totally, I don't think either would be a fantastic candidate, Trump or Kamala. But I guess I'll vote for Trump, even though it won't matter because I live in California and the Electoral College. But yeah, voting for Kamala is just fucking crazy to me. Put It On Productions. I forgot what video, but oh yeah, sorry, I already read this one. You got to hit up the downtown bars on Fremont for some tail. Think harder. Big Dick Skyler took me to Vegas, or he took me to the Fremont bars in Vegas with Roxy Red with the huge titties. There's a vlog of that on here, Think Harder. And I agree, dude. The odds of getting laid on Fremont Street, the vibe to me was that they were way higher than any kind of nightclub odds. Shizzy, pools are still open at the Wynn this past weekend, still popping. Fuck yeah, Shizzy, were you there? Let me see. Let me. So that's Encore Beach. Encore Beach calendar. Let me see if I can figure out when this shit closes. September, October. Oh, Cody Co, dude. Fucking he's there. Marshmallow on the 19th of October is the last one I see. Is that when it closes up for the season? Yeah, I've had some good times at Encore Beach Club. Pool parties are fucking great. One of the wildest weekends of my life, I reference it in the Fear and Loathing video #1, was at Marquee Day Club in 2014 with College Boy, Dustin Akbari, and my buddy Tim. Just out of our heads on Molly and Wild Turkey. And I just higher than titties for like 4 straight hours, feeling on top of the world, and I got laid in the pool. It's hard to beat that. It's hard to fucking beat that. I didn't come down the whole trip until I got back to Sacramento. Then I had the flu for like a week. Bradley beat his meat twice today. Hell yeah, both while on the clock. Well, I was on the clock too. I did it quick. No porn or anything. Just fucking just jerking it. Have you ever fisted a chick with a groping hand? In Vegas once, I got really close. I got like here. And yeah, I met her at a nightclub, and I kept checking in with her as I tried to get the fist in. She loved it. Yeah, but I got like to here. I got pretty big hands, dude. I'm not Hobbit Hand Hooch, who, if you guys have been watching the podcast for a while, you know he famously fisted a chick up the ass with his shrunken hand. It's pretty awesome. Hell yeah, dude. Your boy thinks I'm related to Alexander the Great, maybe. 1 mil party coming up? Fuck yeah, baby. Never fisted. Give the Sable to RDR. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's like, I mean, other people donate their cars to help like orphanages. Giving it to RDR, well, it'll go straight into his lungs in the form of amphetamines, but hey, you know, maybe get a video out of it. You dropped $7,000 for the self-driving package? It's $8,000, Joey. And no, I got a month free. I will. You have 2 choices. You can drop 8 G's straight up, or you can pay $100 a month for FSD. But dude, like, you gotta get FSD. I've been driving all over LA with FSD. It's non-negotiable. It's so much better than driving. Think harder. Thanks, man. I'm fucking big time, dude. Hell yeah, Zacadelic. I'm glad they like the live. Hopefully they're learning a thing or two. Now get back to the hammering, you fucking hard hat monkeys. Tell them they're hard hat monkeys, Zacadelic. Tell them I'm going to shit in their lunch pails. My boy who works at Tesla in the middle of the Nevada desert says a lot of the homeless people looking for work, there are a lot of homeless people looking for work there. Guess they're hiding them. Tesla, I'm going to look this up. We still need to learn about Bulgaria. It sounds like a shithole. Yeah, Bulgaria has a high-income economy. I thought so. I thought it would be surprisingly kind of awesome. It's got a high-income market economy. I'm just going to Google hot Bulgarian chicks. I'll share the screen. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're fucking out of control. Let's see. All right, let's pull this up. Okay. Trying to get the vibe here. I mean, yeah, sort of Russian looking. No, that girl looks Bulgarian. This girl just screams Eastern European, maybe a little bit of like Mongol blood. At some point, one of her grandfathers fucked a bitch in a steppe. You know the steppes, STEPPE. Like, one of her relatives got fucked on the steppe, and it got a little bit of that that Western Asian blood. Oh, yeah. Might have to jerk off for the 4th time. I never know what's AI anymore. And who's verifying if these hoes are Bulgarian? Okay, well, that's hard to complain. That's, I mean, that girl's a prostitute for sure. That girl's got the prostitute look. Bulgarians. Bulgarian bitches. Yep, that's them. Bulgarian bitches, boys. Oh, yeah, the Tesla plant in the middle of nowhere. We got to look this up. Or is it a gigafactory or a charging place? Oh, it's a gigafactory. Okay, this is just like in Carson City or something. It's located less than an hour from Tahoe. Do you mean a charging station? Damn, dude. Fucking Tesla is awesome. Oh, Patrick, yeah, the Tesla plant. So you are talking about the Gigafactory. I mean, if it's an hour from Tahoe, I mean, I thought when you say the middle of Nevada, I was thinking fucking Winnemucca. We should pull up. I've been wanting to do a video in the very middle of Nevada. I'm going to butcher the spelling of Winnemucca. So let's pull this up. This is where I thought your boy worked. Right there. Which, let me see if I can. For people who aren't aware, Reno, there's civilization there. Las Vegas, there's civilization there. And that's fucking it. Elko is not civilization. Do you see that? Do you see that pop-up right there? That town is screaming that Danny Mullen needs to visit. That shitty Elko sign. My dad and I went hunting there when I was, 10 years old. And it was really off-putting being that far out. I did not like it. I did not like the townies. I did not like the town. Fucking scary out there. But I need to get out there. And Elon should have built the Gigafactory there to test the dedication of his workers. You want to construct Teslas and work for me, yes? The brightest mind of my generation. You're going to have to pack up all your things and move to Elko, Nevada. And it's a population of about 150. And there is one bar that is also a gas station and a sandwich shop. And yeah, that's fucking probably what Elon Musk would say. What's your favorite race of girl to sleep with rated best to worst? Nick McDuffie. The ultimate breakdown we did of this was on the Patreon pod a while ago with NBA Mike and Sweet Johnny. Sweet Johnny, for those of you who remember, he ranked Aleutian Island bitches as number 1. I'll let you guys Google that. But for me, it's white girls and Asians at the top. And then everything else, I don't really have a preference. And everything else I can be attracted to, just depending on the circumstances. But definitely my bias is for white and Asian girls. And if I had to put one at the top, that's tough. That's tough. I would say Asian girls, there tend to be more like 7 and 8 Asian girls out there. And I want to say that there are like a knockout white girl, I want to say is you see more knockout white chicks than you see knockout Asians. Whereas Asians are just kind of like, to me, as a race attractive. Whereas white girls, it's very stratified. There's a rich land-owning elite, and then there is a proletariat. There's a big, big proletariat. And then with Asians, it's just like it's more communist, just like in China. Just like in China, it's more communist. There's more beauty to go around in the Asian girls. Run-of-the-mill basement beast. Thanks for the story, brother. You got it. Put it on. Been pulling out for years, but still get a run-of-the-mill fraternity basement beast. Dude, fuck yeah. Maybe that Asian guy that I teep kicked went and fucked a run-of-the-mill basement beast. Been pulling out for years, but still get anxiety every now and then. Yeah, trying to last with my girl. She's Mexican, which doesn't help. Yeah, that's a little scary. Yeah, be careful, dude. I heard this said by, I've heard it said by a couple of people that when a girl gets into her early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, then you really got to be careful because a lot of chicks might feel that that's their last chance to have a baby and just keep the baby if you fuck up. So I would say if you guys are banging a chick in their 30s or their early 40s, wrap it up if you don't want a baby. How has your stand-up comedy progressed in the past year? Do you have 10 or 30 minutes of material that you work with? A lot of crowd work? The Polish Hammer, it's a good question. So I usually, it's not very scientific because I spend so much time on the videos that it's not like I'm going over my sets with a fine-tooth comb and working out all the beats and polishing. I do sometimes, but it's a luxury when I do that. It's more like I have a couple of anchor bits that I've developed, in the past year, and then I'll rotate in new bits that I'm excited about and trying out on stage. I guess the New York show has some of the more current stuff I've got going on. That should be up for you guys to watch. It's in the extras of the migrant video. And then a lot of crowd work. Yeah, definitely a lot of crowd work. I've really, earlier this year, I kind of stepped away from stand-up because I didn't have time with all the YouTube videos, but now I really am appreciating it as a gym session for shooting videos. When I hit a couple of shows or a show every week, I feel great when I'm out filming videos. I feel loose, I feel light, and to me, it really shows up on tape when I look back at the footage. So, been going at it a lot harder lately. Yeah, definitely a lot of crowd work. I would say that crowd work, and this is true for a lot of comedians. Well, it's not necessarily true. I heard Chris D'Elia say that crowd work is way easier than material. There are a lot of comedians I see who that's not the case. They can't do crowd work. They can only do material. For me, as you guys would probably expect, crowd work comes a lot more naturally because that's basically what every video is. So if the crowd is a little low energy, maybe we're doing a Thursday night show when it's half full, sometimes your material will not be getting the pop, the explosive laughs that it does when you have a full club and everybody's fucking loving you and it's one of your shows. And so in that case, sometimes it's easier to go to crowd work because you're addressing the crowd, they're tuned in, their narcissism kicks in because you're talking to them, and it's a live high-wire act that could go horribly wrong. So they tend to be on your side more when you start doing that, which is why crowd work is kind of a good reserve shoot to switch to. Alexander the Great was fucking dudes back then. How dare you, Gonzalo? How dare you speak about my family? One second, guys. I'm going to get my water. Nick McDuffie is asking if Brando Leo's cat is traumatized for all the times Leo has inappropriately touched him. Did you guys see the 4th of July video and how skittish she was? I think that points toward yes. Patrick has a story. Who's got a story about a skinny blonde who almost burns down the break room because she put popcorn in the microwave for 5 minutes? Yeah, that is a little long. What's that, about double the time you're supposed to put popcorn in the microwave? It's a little too long. Yeah. After it stopped popping, that should have alerted her that maybe she'd gone too far. It's like, I don't know, if the baby won't shut up and you shake it and then it stops screaming, you might have settled it down, but you also might have killed it. So maybe look into the situation. She should have looked into the situation. Jinx, I am a sick man. Shizzy, just stayed at the Trump Tower in Vegas. Hell yeah, Shizzy. Oh, inspired us so much, we went for it and found my buddy blacked out in the elevator. Dude, hell yeah. Shizzy, that's badass, dude. You know, I recently, to get ready for this Chicago video, the Fear and Loathing we did at the DNC, I watched the 3rd Fear and Loathing back again. Of the Vegas ones, that's my favorite, the 3rd one with Roxy Red and the big tits. I think that's the best video. Well, yeah, I think that's the best one. I get why. I mean, the first one's the OG. The first one's got a really nice written passage in the middle. The best, maybe the best. It's definitely the best written passage, probably. And but the first one's got some like janky prank stuff at the beginning that doesn't really hold up. Me getting that fucked up on the drugs is pretty interesting to watch, though. Or on the weed. Shouldn't call that drugs. It's just a knock-knock joke. So when you fuck a baby being born? Any more collabs with Lionel coming up? Nothing arranged yet. He's over in New York, and so no plans to go over there yet, but who knows, dude? I'm probably going to stay in California for a little while. Actually, that's not true. I got to go to Leo's Grand Slam Derby thing in Texas. You think Fez has ever had the urge to try to fuck you? Nick McDuffie, I mean, almost certainly. Almost certainly Fez wants to have sex with me. Bradley Moses, who is clearly a long-term fan of the channel, wants to know what happened to the fan that wanted to fuck me and the entire crew besides Mudflap. You know, he's still a fan of the channel. I think they're married now. So the offer might be off the table. But she was hot, dude. Yeah, they were a fitness couple, and the chick was just shredded. She was fucking hot. That would have been a score. Joey thinks Danny Mullen fans have clit piercings. Oh, it's the beginning of truth. Yes, I am Alexander the Great. Nick, you guys did it. We got him a Tesla. Well, certainly partially, Nick. So thank you to you guys for supporting the channel, honestly. Thank you guys. Yeah, I mean, that's fucking true, Nick. You guys got me a Tesla. You guys got me a fucking Tesla. And my job is just to keep putting out badass content for you guys in return. You guys did get me the Tesla. Thank you guys so much. Alexander the Great was not fucking dudes. Well, he probably was fucking dudes. But still, it's not cool, Gonzalo. How was NY? Anything hilarious behind the scenes? NY? Nothing too crazy. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't really drinking like we were on the last trip to NY. So I'm trying to think if anything crazy went down behind the scenes there. Yeah, nothing too crazy to report. Usually, now that Nico's not the cameraman, usually Nico would get completely blacked and do something worth reporting, but that's the bad news, that nothing that funny happened behind the scenes. The good news is the funny stuff all happened on camera. And I'm editing right now for you guys. Well, our team is editing the Atlantic City video, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really, really fucking good. Probably pretty long. So get ready for a channel classic. Nowadays, frat guys will beat up someone for saying faggot, says Think Harder. Yeah, I did a video a little while back where I went and revisited UCLA. It was like Los Angeles sucks now. And they, what was it? Sigma Chi had a giant Black Lives Matter poster on their frat house. So yeah, definitely. That definitely is the case now. Think harder. My dad bought 3 Teslas off Tesla stock profit. No cap. Hell yeah, dude. Zacadelic, Danny, are you excited to be off probation again and partake in THC? Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely Zacadelic. I mean, I miss a nice edible. Sometimes a nice edible is just what I need. I'm going to try to stop smoking weed because a lot of it has pesticides in it. And who fucking knows what these scumbags are selling to the dispensaries? But it seems, I mean, maybe you're giving yourself bowel cancer with some fucked up THC gummies. Weed, lung cancer is scarier though. But yeah, a Sunday afternoon, Zacadelic, with a nice fucking little buzz, it really does make the world a more colorful place. So yeah, I miss that. Karen, Trump 2024 is right. Joey lost 5 figures in some risky Tesla calls. So 5 figures is like 10 plus grand. Shit, dude. Yeah. So I don't trade. So I don't even really know how calls work. Is that like going long or short and predicting where the price is going? And then if you're wrong, the leverage that the brokerage gave you they take it back. They take a bunch of fucking money. I don't know, but yeah, that happened with Bitcoin. A lot of people this spring, because from October of last year to this March, Bitcoin went from $30,000 to $73,000. And the news was so good. These ETFs were coming out. It was being so widely accepted that a lot of people went long and just bet that the price was going to keep going up. But now we're at 63 again. We've lost 10 grand since last March. So a lot of people probably got wiped out there, got really impatient. Tesla in particular has been all over the place in the last couple of years. So yeah, you got to be careful betting where any of this shit is going. You can buy and hold, because then if it goes up or down, it doesn't, I mean, obviously you don't want it to go down indefinitely, because then you got to sell at a loss at some point. But yeah, levering up or basically borrowing money to bet on which direction the stock is going to move is pretty dangerous. Joey, just because you have the word call in your vocabulary, though, probably means you know more about this than me. But then again, maybe not, because you did lose 5 figures. I'm joking. I'm fucking with you. But just be careful, Just be fucking careful. They only let us Trumpers watch you. That's good. I want an echo chamber. I want a fucking echo chamber. We need to crack down on migration. The economy sucks. The economy's confusing right now. We need a video documenting spending a night in a CV Circle projects in SAC. CV? CV in CV Circle. Oh, okay. That's a projects in SAC. Spending the night, dude. Let me pull up CV Circle. Oh, yeah. CV Circle. Do people get killed here all the time? Sorry, guys. I'm doing some quick research. I mean, it looks and sounds really shitty. Yeah, here we go. Homicide investigation, CV Circle. Yeah, it looks terrifying. Looks terrifying. You think they'll accept me? I am one of Sacramento's golden sons. Gonzalo, oh my God, dude. Think harder. Yeah, man. These pointless wars. Yeah, no, I've been reading a book by, I forget his name. It's called Enough Already, about the war on terror. It's definitely changed the way I look at foreign policy in America. It's given me a new point of view on it. But yeah, we've gone and started some bad wars in the last 20 years, that's for sure. I will always remember, here, let's get to something more interesting. Gonzalo, I will always remember the story of you doing coke with Umber and watching baseball highlights. What a fucking night, dude. That was fall 2013, revisiting college and just wanting to be in college still. We had pretty much a bottomless amount of cocaine because one of the girls there that I was having sex with, incidentally, was a cocaine dealer. And she was on a ton of cocaine and super drunk, and she like loved me. So it was just cocaine on the house all night. And I remember just being so fucking tweaked out of my skull, listening to David Bowie Station to Station. And, which is like the most, he doesn't remember recording the album. Well, he doesn't remember anything now because he's, rest in peace, David. But even when he was alive, he doesn't remember recording that album because he was on so much fucking blow. And we were just listening to that shit. And then an orgy developed. And then Umber and I, fast forward, it's 6 a.m., the sun's rising, and we're watching like replays of a Florida Marlins fucking mid-season game. It was fall. Maybe it was postseason. Maybe it was actually a good game. Who knows? But just, I have no interest in baseball. And I just, at that point, that's when you have to reassess your life. Be like, was it worth it? Was it worth it now that I'm watching watching baseball replays as the sun rises next to an Indian guy and there's no sleep in sight? Was it worth it? Let's put on some Station to Station. This is a jam. Fucking take a couple shots and do a line to that song. That shit kicks ass. What a fucking jam. Yeah, you gotta be coked out to come up with a fucking song like that. That and Word on a Wing are my two favorite songs off that album. Love you, Zachy. Zachy's popping off. Trump is definitely informed, brother. His whole life he's had experience with foreign affairs. Yeah. No, I don't think he's an idiot. I think he's a smart guy. I just think that can you make Captain Ahab analogies when you've never finished reading Moby Dick? It's probably very douchey for me to do that. But it seems like his anger and his passion, which is that's what makes him him, and what keeps him fucking going after he's getting shot and shit. But that takes away a little bit from his ability to just be like an informed, objective dude. I mean, like during the debate, getting like sidetracked and taking the bait over like pet eating in Ohio. And then when it gets fact checked, to only be able to come back with, but I saw it on TV. That just, I feel like him maybe reading headlines or tweets and coming at that. It's interesting. In Elon's new book by Walter Isaacson, Elon did not like Trump at first at all because he thought Trump was just full of shit. Like Trump came up to him once and he was like, the beautiful cars, they're going to save the world. They're green. They're beautiful. We make the cars electric. You go to space. I love it, Elon. And I guess Elon just kind of looked at him and walked away because he thought he was an idiot. But now Elon's like the biggest fucking Trump guy. It's strange how that's changed. I love Trump. Think harder. I love Trump. But it does seem like and maybe, dude, to be honest with you, think harder. You probably know more about Trump than I do. I didn't follow the 2016 race very closely. I didn't follow his presidency very closely. I didn't even really follow the news until like 2020. But it just seems like he knows what points he's got to hit on. Taxes, immigration, gun control, the economy, basically economy and immigration. It just seems like he has his talking points on those, and he just riffs on that, some variation of that. Just basically fear-mongering surrounding the economy and immigration, which is total. I don't mean for that to have like a negative connotation. It's totally valid. I mean, there are really bad things. It could be potentially awful if immigration and taxes and the economy continue to go according to the Democrat plan. But he doesn't come off as like the guy, the master of those subjects when he discusses them. But I love Trump. I love Trump. My impression is he's just like your drunken uncle just ranting about shit. The second hottest chick in my school was from Bulgaria. Think harder? Hell yeah. Yeah, I think I hooked up with I don't know if she was Serbian. I hooked up with a Serbian chick in college. It was nice. I licked her ass. Gigafactory near Sparks, Nevada. Oh, dude, that's fucking Reno, Patrick. That's fucking Reno. Dude, fucking definitely. November 2025 is possible, Polish Hammer. Definitely for $1 million. Oh, we'll get it before 2027 for sure. Yeah, no, totally, dude. Nevada lore is so strong in this channel. I love it. I'm born and raised here. Nevada, fuck yeah, dude. No. Vegas, Nevada, Vegas, yeah, in particular, the lore is strong. Only done one video in Reno. But, dude, I was like partially raised in Reno. I've spent a ton of time up in northern Nevada. Nevada is a lithium gold mine. Hell yeah, dude. IPAC, thank you so much, dude. Lionel Fucks, hell yeah. Tesla, baby. Tesla. Angelique likes my Tesla and my Elon impression. Yeah, I don't know how many people else like Elon Musk, but dude, he's funny. If you guys want to hear from Elon recently, he was on the All In podcast summit. Check that interview out. He's really fucking funny. Like, it's kind of annoying how funny Elon is and how cool he is and how talented and rich and fucking how much of a genius he is. It's kind of annoying. He's just got too much going on. But the All In conference is these sort of like libertarian to conservative tech guys who have a podcast. And they had JD Vance on, they had Elon on, Peter Thiel, and it was at UCLA. And me and Adam Fu, who you guys, of course, know is my first filmer on the channel, and one of our other buddies, we were skateboarding at UCLA. And we had just filmed the bus video like the day before, so I was still feeling juiced. So I tried to bullshit us in. We just walked right past security into the event. And I was telling them that David Sachs told me to come for the titty. David Sachs, I believe, is one of the guys on the All In podcast. And they were buying it for like a second because I got the name drop right. And we kind of looked like presentable, like tech dudes. We're all like tall white guys. But then pretty quickly, security got us the fuck out of there because like Elon was there, dude. They probably thought we were representatives of General Motors there to assassinate him. Asians before Latinas? Think harder? Yes. Yeah, for me, dude. Sorry. Would you ever pop Molly again? Asked Gonzalo. Maybe. I mean, I did coke about a year ago, October in Vegas, and I didn't think I'd ever do coke again. And if you're doing coke, it's basically the fucking same thing as Molly. So, if you need to last, pop half a pain pill. Hell yeah, dude. Think Harder. Thanks, man. Think Harder is complimenting a recent stand-up set. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, if you guys ever come to a show, they're a lot better in person too. Lenbar, I really want to visit England to shoot a video. 100%, dude. 100 fucking percent. Come to AZ before the end of the year. No plans to come to AZ, unfortunately, Jeff. Which Asian ethnicity are you most attracted to? You know, one guy who I will never stand for the shit talk about him is Tom Segura. I really think Tom Segura is a great comic. He's got a bit about the Asian hierarchy that's just like so ballsy, so fucking good. And it's like the premise is basically that like Japanese and Chinese people are better than all the other ones. And it's just fucking no holds barred. There's no like feel good, like, hey guys, you know I'm not racist. I mean, it's a fucking aggressive bit, dude. Tom Segura's the man. But let me see here. Chinese, Filipino, Korean, Vietnamese, Japanese, Thai. I guess Japanese is the Rolls Royce of Asian, right? Or maybe the Tesla Model X of Asian. I guess you got to go Japanese, Korean, Chinese. Like the ones that have the most economic power, you got to go number one. Gonzalo, you missed out on the show, dude. Put It On Productions. Ever think about getting on Kill Tony? Well, that'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, Kill Tony is just so fucking big right now. But thank you, Put It On. Put It On saying he promotes the channel to people all the time. Fucking awesome. No, Russell, we're going to vlog the home run derby, dude. Don't even worry about it, man. Kevin the Cuck Zacadelic. Jinx may be something creepy. We got, like, really soon after that, we got to tailgate the election, though. Jeff, I was home. I wasn't on the pod this week because I was home handling some family stuff. I was being steam cleaned, according to Jinx. Elon Musk is very questionable. Hey, Elon's my boy, dude. Gonzalo did a couple lines at a party. Yeah, that's fucking good for you. All a positive experience. This is the start of a beautiful love story between you and cocaine. Oh, damn, dude. Thinking harder. You guys don't want to develop that fan Jerry habit. We all know he loves his blow. Guys, I got to get going to community service right now. I'm going to listen to some comedy in the Tesla. It's going to drive me there. It's going to be pretty tight. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for paying for the Tesla, as somebody put it above. Love you guys. We'll have a tour of the car coming soon for